Corn Warriors is presented by Pivot Bio.
They let y'all boys out of the South.
What's up?
What's going on?
We have been from Arkansas to Missouri to Illinois,
Indiana.
through Indiana, through Ohio, went to Corey's, and then slipped down here to surprise y'all.
I thought y'all farm for a living.
Well, we do, but when it's wet, we ain't nothing else to do.
We come over here to see what farming was about.
It don't stay that long wet in the South.
Well, Lane's doing a pretty good job, is all I can
Oh,
say.
Lane can handle it.
Lane can handle it.
Lane can handle it.
How are you?
Farming's about, y'all been to all these states, and you come to Alabama last. That tells you where we rank at in the middle of the whole corn universe.
I'm just saying, the most knowledge is here, so this is why we come here last.
We come here because this is the knowledge we want to take home.
How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
The man, the legend. The man, the legend.
The myth.
And last but not least, if you want your corn knee-high by July, better get the plant, boys.
I make my living off the land.
Definitely gonna get rowdy this year.
With aching back and callous hand.
I'd like to say that this season's gonna be better.
Old man said you reap what you sow.
If you're gonna do something, be the best you can be at it.
Out here in these fields of gold.
It's hard out here.
I work harder, I get the job done, yeah, I'm a farmer. I don't back down no matter what comes my way.
I'm always bringing the heat. We in Alabama.
I'm an early riser, an all-nighter. They call me plowboy, yeah, I'm a fighter. Ain't gonna stop till they put me in my grave.
We're coming back a little harder this year.
I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior.
We just loaded our 3x3x3, and now we're all the stuff I'm dumping in now is going into the in-furrow tank. Always got to read your directions. You know what it says in the directions. Shake your box. I always try to make it a habit to put the biologicals in just ahead of when we're putting it in the planter. I really don't like mixing it with fertilizer ahead of time at all. I prefer a lot of fertilizer and be kind of hard on it, so I like dumping it in right before it's pumped into the planter. And that goes for any biological, whether it's Pivot Bio or something else. Putting in a little of our good Agri-Gold corn. 639-70. This is a pretty good hybrid. We had some of it last year, and we're just kind of excited to have some more of it. It's got a really big girthy ear. I like the plant structure. It's kind of shorter. I kind of like that. I think all corn ought to be short, to tell you the truth. Solve a lot of issues, so the shorter it is, the better I like it, as long as it'll still yield.
Hi everybody, we're planting corn, woohoo! It's April 28th. Seems like it's really early for us because we've been challenged with these wet springs the last couple years. But we're actually planting corn. It is bone dry. Actually, we're too dry, but we're not gonna complain because we're just gonna appreciate that we have tractors and planters running. So this week has been pretty busy because we have not had any rain days. So we have just been going fast and furious, mixing fertilizer, trying to get all of our corn planted, beans planted, everything's going in the ground at the same time. I've been running around delivering seed corn, soybeans. It's been crazy, trying to get everybody's products to them as fast as we can because this kind of is an early spring for us. So I think this year with our early start, we'll probably have an early finish. There are literally thousands of acres of seed going in the ground daily. Some guys are still pulling all-nighters just to get as many acres done as they can. But no stuck tractors this spring, no stuck planters. We are all good to go, and guys are flying. We're trying some new products this year. Some of the products are Pivot Bio. We definitely have some Pivot Bio trials going in. We are using Concept Agritech products. I'm really excited about their Bunch of Bugs product. I'm all about the biology, the inoculation, soils with the cold weather that we generally have in the spring. I think that's very important, inoculating. And so what would be nice is we could get all of our planting done, and then we could get some nice timely rains, get this crop up out of the ground, maybe do some foliar feeding as it grows a little bit, and just have more timely rains. And we could have a heck of a crop, but I think that our good high yielding crops are gonna be on irrigated ground this year. I just can kind of say that it's gonna be a dry summer. I actually have some seed to deliver this afternoon, so I am out.
This is our contest field, so we have more products in than we put on generally. We're always trying some new stuff in here. We have more fertility and higher rates. So in our 3x3, we have nitrogen, we have phosphorus, and we have potassium. And then we also have humic, and we have some sugar in there. I mean, I'd have to count the list up, but our in-furrow probably has 10 products in it, I suppose. And the 3x3, I think right around 6, I think. So a lot of different things. Problem with that is, it takes a long time to mix all that together. It's quite time consuming.
Today I'm running Monty's dry carbon. We're doing a lot more soil health stuff.
Soil biology is the key to everything. The best humic product on the market is Monty's humic.
We're out today looking at a Pivot Bio field.
We're looking at being able to cut back your synthetic nitrogen and being able to replace that in furrow with a microbe.
Where the starter washed out, the Pivot Bio corn is still green at the end of the year.
It's definitely surprising, and it'll be planting. Here in just a few, it'll be planting. Now, we'll have to cut a lot of stuff out. The scenes, you know, we can't give everything to Rob. He's got to earn a little bit.
He'll be walking around looking at all your totes and
he got to earn a little bit.
Boy, I see some purple. Man, look, I see some foliar K over there.
Yeah, you do see
that.
2 or 3 years ago, I seen this episode where Dan Lucas said, I think he said, this is hose hell or something. I think I got him beat. We're gonna take a look at it after a while.
On hose hell?
On totes, hoses, plumbing, blow-ups.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna do it right, it ain't easy. I can promise you that. You've taught me that.
I'm gonna tell you, y'all, it's the toughest thing I ever been around my life, but chasing Chad is
Chasing Chad?
Chasing Chad is tough.
You got stuff running everywhere. Now, we bought a field cultivator coming in. I told Rob, I said, get ready because this ground's red. I said, it's more red than you've ever seen. I can promise you that.
Come on, Honda. Oh. It don't leak when it's flowing. Well, it just leaks a little. It ain't real bad. Is that,
I don't know if I'd
is
show
that one
that.
on? Turn that one on. Killing us.
He told me.
Killing us.
You told me it was on. I knew that one
Killing
wasn't
us.
on.
Man, my hose is blowing out. I told you, Dan, I got something on you, the hose hell thing. I got it right here. When we get to the field, we'll have to clean these tubes off. It's been running without any fur in it, so we'll have to get to knock the dirt off of them. All right, y'all ready? Yeah. If you're waiting on me, you backing up. All right, let's go. Load up. Get in the box. Here we go. They see me rolling. They hate it. That's right. Look at that red dirt out there. So you see this stretch of road right here? You see where it turns 4-lane? The last time I was on the street racing, this is where we was at. We was lined up on this pole, on this concrete pole on the right, 3 telephone poles, throw down. This is last time we was on the street. This is when they give me 30 seconds to load the car up. Henderson, 30 seconds. You gotta get that thing on the trailer. My boss, all I need to do is strap it down. No, you got to be moving. We kind of quit street racing in. Now we just go to the track. My dad defines winning as if the car comes back home and there's no oil running out the trailer. He said we won. It means it didn't blow anything up. Hey, this man right here, my main man, Kent, he gonna get on camera. I think he can run that camera. He might put you out of business if you ain't careful. All right, Kent, if I find one of these four-leaf clovers out here, then that's gonna guarantee me 100 bushel on this field. 100 bushel. They just don't know this farm. Found one that was 6 leaves one time. 6 leaves. This is the only thing you can do when you start planting, is hope to goodness you can find a 4-leaf clover that day. I ain't had no luck. That's why I ain't done planting. That's why I ain't Matt Miles finished up visiting folks. He's over here visiting folks. We try and get a crop in. Just don't ever know. Hey, look at there. Look at there. But I know that's 4, and I think that's a solid 5 right there. You better be glad this ain't on the contest field. That's all I got to say to y'all. Hey, Matt.
Did you find that?
That's 5 leaves right here. 5. Yeah, you can take it home with you?
You must put some of your go-go juice on that.
That's where I spilt that Monty stuff.
There you go.
Doing a lot of different trials, and one of them is Concept Agritech. We're doing a in-furrow starter trial. The thing I'm the most excited to try is a bunch of bugs. It's a biological. We're excited to see how they work out.
Ran the Copperhead Furrow Cruiser this year. Been very good, very happy with it. A lot more aggressive on the closing. Just a simple addition to the planter for better closing.
CornWarriors is presented by Pivot Bio.
Hey, I'm David Lipkiss.
And I'm Kimberly Lipkiss.
Today we're spraying a field that my dad just planted. We're spraying some pre-herbicide, and it's actually raining right now, which is actually a good thing for our pre-herbicide because it washes it in the ground and it takes care of the weeds. We weren't expecting a rain, and we were actually getting nervous that our pre-herbicide wasn't going to work because you really need that rain to get it in the ground. And we do a lot of no-till, so you can't really incorporate it when you're doing a no-till. So we got all our beans done. We got about 400 acres of beans done, and now we switched over to corn here. This is our second field of corn. Dad's probably got about 250 acres planted of corn right now. We'd like to be farther ahead, but we always would like to be farther ahead, so that's just how it is.
Speaking of planting, Dave and I are growing our family this year in addition to our crops, so we are expecting a little girl in the end of June.
We are completely tearing the house apart, and when she shows up, the house is going to be even more ripped apart, so we're not sure how we're going to handle that yet, but it's putting a little bit of stress on us, but we'll get it figured out.
Well, we are currently working on the upstairs, so her nursery will be upstairs. Other than that, just a lot of panicking and buying little girl clothes pretty much, so it's been fun.
Part of what we do is trying to help us learn and other people learn. We're doing that with Extreme Ag. Through that, we're doing a lot of trials, and these trials are taking a lot of time. it's a pain, but that way we can learn, and then we can also help people that are following us with some of this stuff. So it's worth the time, but it's a little frustrating while we're doing it because I'd like to be getting more done today. But anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit. This is somewhat of a trial, but this is more of a tillage trial. So last fall, we did some strip tilling in here. So you can see here where we built these strips down through here. And I had a rye cover crop in there, which we've killed now. The thing I liked about it was I could do a little tillage, yet I could maintain a lot of biology, you know, kind of a no-till biology scenario, but maybe with some of the compaction over the last several years because it's been so wet, I didn't mind running a little tillage through it. So in the fall we ran it, and you can see this is what we got here, you know, in the spring. It's been really dry. So normally, lots of times guys will what they call freshen this, and that's just to kind of help dry it out in the spring, but it's so dry, I didn't want to do that. So we've just planted in it, so we're right here. We're in freshly planted ground. So as you can see, the planter itself, between all the attachments I got on there, it's doing a fairly nice job of tilling this up and getting me a good seed bed. So right here's the seed. We just found one. We're pretty fast. We're pretty lucky on that one. You know, we're checking our depth, obviously, and I'm running, as you can see, probably a little closer to 2.5 inches. Now, normally we're at 2, as most everybody always says, you know, normally at 2 inches. But it is dry, and it's hard out here. And our rain chances are not awesome. So to get the moisture in most all spots in the field, we need to be at 2.5 inches. And these agrigold varieties, they'll come up at 2.5, no problem, especially, you know, if we don't get any kind of crusting. And if it don't rain, it's not gonna crust. So I think we're doing an excellent job out here in this strip till, min till kind of situation. Everything's working good. I like the way it's planting. Love to plant when it's dry. Just we are a little concerned about how dry it is going forward. So that's the way we're putting her in, and we hope it works. It really ought to be a good year. A lot of these things that we've learned over the last several years will really pay off with the $6 corn market. So if that market holds, we ought to make some really good money this year. So stay tuned. We've been using BASF. We've really fell in love with the Veltima.
We recommend BASF.
It lasts longer and works harder to make sure that you're covered from head to toe.
We're out today looking at a Pivot Bio field.
We're looking at being able to cut back your synthetic nitrogen and being able to replace that in furrow with a micro.
Where the starter washed out, the Pivot Bio corn was still green at the end of the year.
That first line's an inch, second line is 2 inches.
It's about 1.5 inches, ain't it? We'll put a little bit more ground pressure on it.
And is that how you'll set the depth through your...
To an extent. When we was running last, it was on a, see there it is, it's loose. So when we was running last, it was on different soil type.
What inches apart are you?
See, that one's shallow.
It's shallow.
Yep. So we'll put some more pressure on it. It's 28,000, it should be 7 inches, 7 something.
A lot different than what we were looking at the other day.
You ain't had to step up from bed to bed.
Well, we don't have to step from bed to bed. I mean, you know, you put a finger in it.
No.
This looks like some of the stuff back home that we'd put a chicken house on.
We put what comes out of chicken house on it.
There you go. Byproduct of chicken house.
Byproduct of chicken production.
This is actually not, you call this red dirt?
Yeah.
But that would come by as Way redder than this is, isn't it?
Well, it's just the
Or
way
is it because it's teal?
The way it's teal.
So it makes it look not quite as red.
Well, when you see it looking one way or another, you know it'll give a brownish tint to it.
Well, in the cloud.
I don't care how you look at this dirt, it's red.
It's red. I don't care how you look at that's a darn straight AB line right there, boys. We laid that in there.
See, I mean, that shows you. I mean, it's sand.
See, this is how you fix it.
That one right there for sure. Give me that one. All right, so that's two joints. Put me one right in the middle of that joint. There you go.
Now, where you plant the cotton at? Show me where you plant cotton at.
Cotton? All right. Yeah.
That's their damn cotton. We just want to cover it up.
That's right.
You just want to dust it in.
And that's corn. The first mark is cotton, the second mark is beans, and the third mark is corn.
If you ain't ever dusted no cotton in.
That's right.
Sometimes you don't even need to cover cotton if you're water seeding it.
All right, let's get loaded up. We're putting a little bit of talc in here. These things want to be, keep them meters real good and slicked up. It helps the numbers. It keeps the singulation and skips and doubles and all that stuff. It keeps the meter real nice and slick. So we use a good bit of powder on these things. It's a good mixing stick. This is patent pending right here. This stick right here is patent pending. It's been on multiple planters. Again, the holder's patent pending itself. So you never know. I mean, this is the I Dream of Genie ball right here. This right here is make it happen, Captain. So it takes this whole crew to get this bunch going, or get this planter going. I don't know how many y'all count here, but everywhere else we can't find this many folks to work no time. But a lot of things couldn't happen without everybody's help. So we really appreciate people being here today. Really appreciate Matt and Rob showing up, give me some tips. Rob dialed me in on my info, so you know, we're looking for great things out of this field. Best part of this, though, is family. Got to keep our family together.
To be perfectly honest, the first time I was here was in December. I've known Chad for a few years now, but this is a class family. This is better than going on a vacation to be able to be with all of them. It's just a blast. So y'all get to see a lot of them all year long. And
they were worth the time.
Yeah, worth your time.
We're gonna show you what not to do.
That's right.
I learned that we don't have enough totes at the farm right now. We've got to get more liquid tanks in. We got to get a bigger planter and more capacity on the planter.
More acres per hour.
More acres per hour. It's all about more acres per hour. And we got to go fast.
You in on that, ain't you?
Yeah.
If you ain't first, you last.
Yep.
Yep.
Next week on CornWarriors.
The weather this year's been crazy.
Looks like 1 bushel higher than Brooks.
We've had a heck of a day today.
We're just trying to adjust and adapt.
Some things just don't change.